So this is a video that outlines a quick intervention we did with a runner. Pete Garbett, one of the enhanced running techniques, did with a runner at a trade show, just to show how we use spark motion to create pre and post. If we watch her run initially, see there's a fair bit of vertical oscillation. If we place the grid here and we get to stance here and just watch how much her head drops and then comes above the line. Now I know we need some vertical oscillation, but you can see that there's quite a bit of bounciness, which may be accounted for the treadmill, but nonetheless more than we'd like to see. The next thing I want to point out is she has a very long recovery phase. So notice the loping nature of the foot here, counter to what we'd like to see, which is a more active recovery where she drives the leg through. Notice how long that recovery phase is, and that she has to bring it all the way back to get in front of her. The other bit is, notice the hyperlordotic angle here. So if we think of a hinge at the hip here, we notice that she's really hinged at the trunk, but not through the body, which is potentially very irritating to the back. And then finally, if we just watch her run a little bit longer, that the cadence probably is a tad slow. So bearing that in mind, we gave her a couple pointers to work on posture and cadence, and here's what the change looked like. And what you can see is the stride has shortened as a function of the change in cadence. The posture is much better. If we put our grid on here and on top, let's get her to foot strike. There we go. And watch how much less oscillation occurs. So she barely comes above the line relative to the previous one. So it's much cleaner there. And there's significantly less recovery phase as she's actively pulling through. She's smiling because it feels very different. And if you could hear it, it's much lighter. This was a year later at the same show. Just want to show you the comparison. She maintained much of the small intervention we'd done. Again, notice the nice cadence and recovery that she has, that she's chin is drawn back nicely. If we compare that to the original, again, it's almost as if she were overstriding, working very hard. So a neat way to, in about 20 seconds, get a quick video of a runner and notice a few pointers and make a quick and meaningful intervention.